The 61st Annual National Prayer Breakfast. One speaker getting even more media attention than President Obama. Johns Hopkins neurosurgeon Dr. Benjamin Carson giving his biblical interpretation of taxes and health care.
We spend a lot of money on health care, twice as much per capita as anybody else in the world, and yet not very efficient. You make $10 billion, you put in $1 billion. You make $10, you put in $1. Of course, you got to get rid of the loopholes. But now some people say, well, that's not fair because it doesn't hurt the guy who made $10 billion as much as the guy who made 10. Where does it say you have to hurt the guy? He just put $1 billion in the pot. You know, we don't need to hurt him.
Was Dr. Carson's speech inappropriate based on the location and the timing? Former Congressman Alan West joins us. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you doing, Greta?
Very well. And as you may have noted, that Dr. Carson was a world-famous neurosurgeon. Making those comments has caused somewhat of a controversy among some because they're made at the prayer breakfast. Your thoughts on that, sir?
Well, I don't think it should cause any controversy whatsoever. I thought that we lived in an America where you could have freedom of speech. And I believe that the doctor gave his assessment of some of the policies that involve his profession in the healthcare profession, and also talking about the culture of and the relationship of government to the individual. Now, I think what has everyone upset is that he violated the unwritten rule of being an African-American male, and he criticized the policies of President Obama, which I can somewhat understand, having been on the other side of a lot of attacks as well. But if you go back to September of 2012, there was the chairman of the Congressional Black Caucus, Emanuel Cleaver, who gave an incredible statement saying that if anyone else were in the White House other than President Obama, that they would be marching on the White House, and that the President Obama knows that he is given a deference that would not be given to a white president. And we were talking about the incredible 14% unemployment rate in the black community. And I think that we cannot continue to go on believing that all we can do is ask the president what his favorite color is and continue to have these softball interviews. We have to start talking about the policies that are failing this country. And I think Dr. Carson, hat tip to him for having that platform, being able to challenge those policies.
What do you think President Obama thought sitting there?
Well, I think he felt for the first time someone has stood up to me, because pretty much so he's been given a free pass. Just recently we saw in that 60 Minutes interview. So it has become rather Pavlovian if you continue to reward this type of behavior and these type of failing policies without any type of challenge that comes from the media. And furthermore, when you see him going out and about, he continues to be placed in front of, the fawning audiences that just clap, and they become campaign rallies more than anything else. So I believe that it's time that we have to start standing up and challenging the president. And let's see what happens tomorrow night with the State of the Union address.
Congressman, let me go on to another topic. We have so much to talk to you about.